All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the final match of the day here. It's 3D Max and Titan. It's the rematch.
That's
Quite
it,
exciting.
Man. The rematch.
Yeah.
I love it. Now we get to see if it's going to happen again. And that was the big thing right there that was just raised to close the analyst test. Titan are not going to underestimate 3D Max again. It's just not going to happen. Titan are going to go into this level-headed and say, okay, it's time to just, you know, brush our hands clean, get this over with. 3D Max, now we know what you're capable of. We've had the measure of you. It's not going to happen again. Now,
if Titan were a less experienced team, I'd want to sort of air the idea that maybe they're going to sort of swerve in the other direction and just like be too scared. But I actually think Titan are just like, they have so much experience, I don't think they're going to make that mistake. But we do have the knife round coming up here. So this is ASUS ROG 2015. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is a really cool matchup. And the fact that we're not on Mirage, which is maybe no surprise, Titan might not want to retry their luck on that one. We're on Cash instead. And Titan actually used to be a really terrific team on Cash, but with RPK in it, I mean, the team's going to function differently, and we don't know what the result is yet.
Exactly right. You know, it was a big question mark going into Mirage as well, whether RPK was going to be able to really step up or not. There were a couple of mistakes made. He also had a couple solid rounds. But Cash should be one of those maps we should really be keeping an eye on and seeing exactly what Titan are capable of. Because I was actually wondering if Dust 2 was going to be an option here, because we know that 3D Max are good on it. Clearly Titan are feeling very good on it right now. Yeah. So was that going to be a map? But I just don't think that Titan wanted to allow 3D Max to have a solid map. I think Titan wanted to take this to familiar ground, and Cash is definitely one of those maps they can feel confident on.
I do want to put Kenny AWPing against Alu and Stonde both. If you get the wrong start and they end up with the double up setup before you do, or before Kenny gets his one, who knows what will happen. Knife round going to be interesting, not as much as on Nuke here, but it'd still be great if 3D Max could end up taking it, and it's going to be down to the final stab as Maniac actually does come away with it. So Titan gets to pick the CT side. I'm assuming that's what they'll do here. 10-5 half here, and it's pretty equal. If it sways away from that, well, then we'll take it as it comes. But that's like the medium score on this map.
Yeah, 10-5 is pretty much what we expect for a CT side. So Titan, we expect them to get that right here. It's going to be up to 3D Max now to battle back and to be able to shut down Kenny S. That's the big thing here, because Fifth did mention Existence being an opera, and it does happen. Once in a blue moon, Existence will pick up the scoped rifle again and start to land some shots with it. But really, Kenny S is going to be the point man. And we often see Kenny S really setting up towards the B side or mid. It doesn't really feel like he takes it to the A side all too often. So these are small details that are going to have to reflect on 3D Max's game. 3D Max are going to have to be aware of this and try and predict this. And I think we will see them make that adjustment, because everybody watches Titan on Cash, and that's definitely something you're going to be able to nitpick down. So it's going to come down to RPK, I think, again. You know, just like on Mirage, what kind of effect is RPK going to have on the team?
We'll find out. I'm looking forward to it, but I pretty much always am these days. Just want to learn more about this player and see what we can expect. I mean, his performance, it's true, in Mirage, it wasn't the most stunning. It wasn't the worst out of the team. I think Maniac was slightly below, but yeah, RPK, you know, we've built up the hype so much, but now we're going to have to see. 3D Max, they will start on the terrorist side, and they're going to go for a quick boost in the middle. So I think there's a guy in the box just waiting on the ledge right now. There are two people, actually, and then probably going to open up Squeak, and these two people will run in middle and run up Speedway into A. So they're actually going to try like a pincer maneuver in A, which is going to be really cool. And Titan don't have the best setup to deal with this. Look at this. They're going to go all the way in the middle, and they have to fall back. They can't really easily fight this. So now they're going to be coming in from both sides. This is a really cool and really well-planned strat coming out right now from the Finnish team, though RPK is going to open it up. Maniac fighting more than he should right now. Going to have to reload, and they won't let him. Caron and Natsu taking a kill each in return while the bomb goes down. Big start here for 3D Max.
Yeah, Titan are going to have to move in here very quick, but there's already the ambush. They walk right into Disturbed, and he somehow picks up a double kill. RPK is now the last man alive here, 1v3. The kid has dropped out in the middle of nowhere. He's going to have to go ahead, pick that up, and get the defuse, but that's only if Disturbed allows it to happen. A perfect round here for 3D Max to start things off on. Titan going for a gamble, and it just didn't pan out.
So when you want to put together your terrorist side strats, there's a couple of different philosophies, and one of them would be to try and get an idea what the CT setup is like and then put your strat together based on that. There's something cool about watching 3D Max saying, we don't really care what you're doing. We have this plan in mind, we'll execute it no matter what you do. They had no idea how many people were holding middle or anything else. They just did it.
It was like yin and yang. They were kind of just circled around each other, basically, on that map. And Titan had an opening, had an opportunity to go through mid, collect the frags in mid, and then just move from there. But it just didn't happen that way. Alu now is going to start the show here and pick off Apex. So that's already a strong start. Getting Apex out of the picture is very good because he's doing a lot of work right now for Titan. At least on the maps that we got to see on the stream today, Apex is a monster right now. So getting rid of him early is great.
Yeah, but if Apex is a monster, then what is Alu? Is the Kraken? Just ate 3 of their players, and they did take a lot of damage for it, but it's RPK and Maniac left at this moment, and they're not going to have a fun time either trying to see if they could do anything. I mean, right now, a single kill, 2 maybe, and they should feel quite happy with the situation, actually.
I actually don't even think that Titan are going to mind the fact that both of their players are on the other side of the map right now. I guess they would get overrun on the A site. Right now, 3D Max are just heading up to that A site. There is nobody here to defend for Titan, and once Titan figure out that it's on the other side that the action is happening, it's an option for them to even just kind of save these guns, save this armor, and hold on to it for the next round, save the money. But the plant is going down. It's going to come up in just a second here, and we'll see the reaction from the Titan players if they decide to move across the map and take a risk with his gear. And it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're just content to sit and hold on to the value that they have on their team right now.
Yeah, and actually, I don't want to call it like a win-win situation, but it kind of is when you've already lost the bomb site and you're in a round like this where you have pistol armor. Because as you said, you know, if they come B, then they'd have a stack ready for them. I mean, it's not the most impressive stack. We actually see people do this sometimes, even with 4 members alive. They say, fine, we lost the round. That's it. We don't want to fight anymore. And if you come to the bomb site that we're at, well, then we'll probably win it. And if we don't, we'll save the armor. So, you know, we'll kind of have like an upside either way. And that's an all right way of thinking. And that's perfectly fine from Titan.
That works out. And just another phenomenal round for 3D Max. Alu, triple kill for him, saves everything. Not a single member drop there for the Finns, so this is very good. It's going to allow them to build that money going into Titan's first buy round, which isn't going to be this round, it's going to be the next one. So at least they have that going for them right now, 3D Max. Another solid round here, another solid anti-eco, and they're going to have a very good bank going into that first buy. And again, focus mid. They do spot out the man trying to move to short. That was Maniac actually getting clipped there a little bit, but there's still a stack. That's a double stack over by Sandbags. Clever stuff here from Titan. They're hoping that somebody's going to come and fight them mid. And then, well, it happens, but it just doesn't go their way.
Yeah, what is it you say? You got to be careful what you wish for, because it might be angry Finnish people with Galils, and they're going to just take down the rest there. Natsu getting some eco frags in, and probably everyone on the Finnish side right now feeling great about themselves. So that's going to put us into the 4th round, and Titan haven't really put a dent in 3D Max yet. But they're going to get a good chance to do that just now.
And now's when we see the move, and no AWP picked up for Kenny. No scoped rifle at all for Titan. It's all just the regular Colts. So this is very interesting. 3D Max, however, slow and steady. There is a bit of a push coming in here from Existence, and he wins the duel versus Disturbed. Lives with 12 HP, and that's a huge win for him. That basically starts it strong here for Titan. Now they've got a man advantage going into the hold, and look at Maniac. He loves this corner. Getting into this little boost spot could be a real pain for 3D Max if they don't happen to check this corner, but it doesn't look like 3D Max are interested in playing around on the A site unless an opening can be created, and Corona's here to deliver that. Catches Kenny S looking the wrong way.
That's very interesting. This position is actually a big liability for Maniac as well, because that is a very common pre-fire spot as well. I'm guessing 3D Max maybe already have pre-fired it, and he walked in afterwards, which is something you can try and do, but it is still very scary. You're going to die very fast if they start firing. Coron kind of low on health, and the clock is slowly winding down here. Maniac standing in what's often called the MBK corner. He's going to end up going down. It's a straight 1-for-1 trade, but the A-bomb site is completely open. There's nobody else in here. With 3D Max, they're trying to be really careful about it, checking all the angles. And just as they're almost finished with it, Apex shows up at the corner. It's going to be Existence to take 1 kill. Apex goes down, and Alu and Natu, well, they're going to return a kill each here. Existence, last man standing, and he's not going to have a fun time trying to make this cross with 12 health.
Yeah, and he's going to get out of dodge while he can, it looks like. I mean, that HE just barely clipping him there, down to 11 HP. Tries to take the fight with Alu. He's just trying to find something. If he could turn this into a 1v1, this is feasible. He doesn't have a kit, but I'm sure he can pick one up. But they've got a perfect crossfire. Existence, however, he's still alive somehow. Finally, Alu lands the shot and gets rid of him. But that was a bit too close for comfort. The fact that he even lands the kill on Natu there is great work by Existence.
Yeah, it actually is, and it's not like 3D Max that actually put themselves in a very bad spot right there. They had designed that crossfire so that as soon as Existence gets the 1 kill, they're supposed to be able to immediately return it. But he was just in a clever angle. And that electric box, yeah, you know, dancing really quickly, and that electric box also make it a little bit awkward. So Good stuff from 3Max either way to make sure they did not throw that away, because that would have been a painful 1-on-2 to lose. The Finnish team, I mean, like we said, 10-5 is that's a good place to aim if you're on the T side, getting 5 rounds. They're 4 out of 5 there. It's not bad. They're 80% of the way there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the maths, it's astounding. But right now, this is definitely looking like 3D Max have all of the momentum. And as I say that, Natu catches Apex through the door. This is certainly not gone Apex's way. Stunned and nearly grabs one onto the man holding behind Forklift there as well. This is very close work here coming in from 3D Max. And again, they're showing an interest in A right now. They really want to try and get in here quick, see what they can find. And it's not a bad bomb site to go towards. Right now, Titan, though, they should be rotating an extra man over. Now they have 2 guys holding on A. They have one who's going to be able to move in through CT fairly quickly. 3D Max looking to help each other out there a little bit. Not too, a little bit of HE damage to his teammate. Not bad.
I mean, he doesn't have a whip to sort of command his troops and move them forward, but I guess grenades will do the trick as well. I don't know if they did that during World War I, throwing grenades in the trenches to make people run, but it's certainly working. They're making their way towards B, and there's a stack going on here, which could be a big issue. Kenny with a good opening. He's looking for more, but he can't find the shot with the Deagle here. He's eventually going to take down Coron, but it's too late. He's low on health. He's going to drop. The Maniac, he's just a second too late to the party. As he comes in here, he's going to be in a 1-on-3. He goes down, and now in spite of that bungle grenade, he picks up a triple, and they walk into the stack in that bomb site and still come out on top. That's big.
No, that's huge. And that was, I was going to say, well, there we go. In all of its glory, that was actually pretty good footwork there to keep out away that nade. Didn't do as much damage as I thought it would, but still, great read there by Titan to determine where 3D Max were going to go to plant that bomb on the map. That was excellent for them. They really gave themselves the best shot in that scenario. They just couldn't quite land the shots when they needed to there in the end, despite the fact that Kenny did pick up 2 kills. So not too bad there. And now we go into the second buy round here for Titan, the 6th round. And this is their big opportunity. And we can see they're not messing around. They've already got Kenny scoped up with the AWP. Disturbed, however, has found existence on the other side of the map. And I love that they're going for a double boost again here, 3D Max. If Kenny were to pick up one guy, the other one should be able to return on him.
Especially if there's a guy running middle as well. This is not going to be easy at all. They're going to start with the flashes in. Kenny tries to take the shot through. Apex is there to return, and this is very important. Tyson can't lose this round. If they do that, it's going to be horrendous. And Apex coming up with a quick double here, but they're still in a 3-on-3, and Apex is very low. Maniac helps out. They just keep trading. And in the end, 3D Max come out on top as Maniac drops, leaving the newcomer, RPK, 1v2. And no matter who you are, this is not easy to do, especially as 3D Max have a flashbang. They have a smoke to deal with as well. There's going to be so much to keep RPK out of this. The only thing he's got going for him is that they don't know exactly where he is. They have a clue, but not entirely sure. He's going to run through the smoke as they're planting. That's a great move. He takes down Stunned. Very, very bold. If he waits until the bomb is down and then tries to fight it, it's almost a lost cause. And now he's going to smoke it up. He's got the kit as well. Can he get the right angle here?
Oh, he's trying to change it up. He's trying to change it up right here. Spray through, down to 22 HP. RPK is going to get caught. Disturbed. Very thorough work there. Does not fall for it. Does not think that perhaps RPK is trying to mind game him. He just puts another burst through and gets the job done. RPK did the best he could in a 1v2. He really did, though. You're right. Hitting that timing just as the bomb goes down. He knows that that player is going to be vulnerable while he swaps back to his weapon. And RPK just hit it right on the nose. Just couldn't quite get it done at the end. So 6 rounds for 3D Max. And this is quickly getting out of control here.
Completely and utterly. I mean, it's 2 in the morning right now in Finland. The Finnish crowd is still here, and it's good that they stayed because they're getting the reward that they were looking for here. 7th round in, and Titan just... they're not getting the kills that they need. As we said, the best they're doing right now is trading 1-for-1, and that is not cool. That smoke probably should have landed a little bit higher up, but it still works even if it falls down there because it can block from truck. Stunned is going to take down Apex. Titan have a weak stack in this bomb site, and they should end up winning it. Kenny with a really great triple with the FAMAS as well. Going through, it's an ace! In just under 5 seconds, he kills the whole 3D Max team. And he looks focused more than anything else, but that was so fast. With the FAMAS as well, how the hell does that happen?
I just love Kenny, though. He's just like, yeah, all in a day's work, chaps. No problem at all. FAMAS swaps out to AK, gets another 2 kills. Yeah. That works out perfectly for Kenny. That's what he's capable of, but they have to realize that they're still, despite that, so deep in a hole right now.
Kenny did that to start 3D Max, or did he did that to sort of, you know, as an example to his team, saying, look, guys, this is what I want from you guys.
If I can do it, you can too. and it isn't a case of doing it better. Just get a couple frags on the board. That's all I'm asking for. Apex has been practically invisible this half.
Speaking of Apex, though, he's going to be boosted up, and there's again 2 people waiting, and out there! He took the shot through the box! Oh, my lord.
That's not how that was supposed to go. Now Existence is just going to try and flash his way out of here, hoping that he's going to be able to get out of dodge quick enough. Karo not hunting him down quite yet, but they are shaping up once again for an A play, it seems. 3D Max, I mean, they've got the bomb close by. They do have a feeler out that's disturbed over in the B halls. Taking a look around, but Alu has found Maniac standing out in the open from Squeak Door, and this is really looking like Alu's round right now. Says, hey, Kenny, you can do an ace? Bet you I can do one too, bro.
This is not what Titan were hoping for. Swift movement from Kenny, but he's going to miss the follow-up shot, and Stunder won't let him get away. RPK to go down. It's actually, he swapped for an AWP to get that follow-up kill on RPK. That's Stunder for both kills. First, starting up with the AK, and then quick movement there. So Existence, well, he can try and hide, sure, but 3D Max have the money to go looking for him if they want to. We'll see, a bit of a team speak issue going on apparently. Natu gonna find Existence and make it 7-1. And things are looking increasingly good for the 3D Max team.
Let's see, Alu. Apparently there might be some trolling going on here, but situation is still Titan having to dig themselves out of a very deep hole at this point, seeing as how 3D Max have a huge lead. I mean, all the T-side rounds that they need pretty much to consider this half won. So this is looking very good right now for the Finnish lineup. Question is now if they can get this issue resolved fairly quickly here so that we don't lose too much momentum as far as this match is concerned. Titan need to be keeping their cool, basically.
Yeah, you hope that's going to be the case, but I don't know. Tyson,
why does Natu have a box of, is that
minced meat?
Is that meat?
Yeah. It's in case Joel's wants to come along and play.
For anybody who's not getting that, Joel's apparently, when he was on the team with Natu during a prac, decided to go and cook minced meat, like fry meat, basically during prac. He just stood up and went and just started frying meat randomly during a prac match. So it's like, okay then.
That is one of the funniest stories I've heard. I really love that. Oh yes, Titan are looking really, really annoyed at the moment. You can't really blame them. I mean, you have to assume they dodged Mirage because they didn't want to repeat. Then they go on to Cash, and it's even worse.
It's even worse. It's an even worse beatdown. I mean, all the ways, like Apex, I'm sure when he was getting boosted up there, he was like, oh yeah, I got this guy. Everything's good. And then Alu was just waiting there with the AWP and just point blanks and was like spears him with it.
Yeah. See, I don't actually think that Titan know yet how many rounds 3D Max have gone for that double boost where they're just sitting and waiting. Because if they did, the easiest thing in the world from a CT point of view is just throw 2 grenades over and you're going to get a double, if not a triple kill, if you kill the guy who's boosting as well. But you have to know that it's happening. And because 3D Max don't boost and run instantly, they boost and they wait a long time. They wait a good 20 seconds before they even show themselves, which means Titan don't have a lot of reason to try and to suspect that there's someone sitting there the whole time. But it does mean if any action pops off in the middle, if someone's from 3D Max is peeking in the middle, and they start fighting, instantly there's going to be 2 people on the T roof, and it's going to spin out of control really quickly. So actually, it's just like it's almost like a spring trap. They're just waiting, and then once they get impatient or once they realize something's going on, they get a clue that someone's there. It could be anything. It could be someone spotting them. It could also be just someone walking and running instead of walking and giving a little bit of noise, and they know it. They know what's going on.
It's a great opportunity for 3D Max, and it's also, I mean, you can still have just one guy holding towards B that's disturbed usually. You can have one guy holding an A at the same time and not really give up too much by having those 2 guys up there like that. So it is a very good gamble, solid work there from 3D Max, but it's pretty much that. If they get figured out, an HE is going to really make them sad very quickly. But at this point, I don't think they can get as sad as Titan unless they were to just give up every remaining round in this half, because Titan are still just so far behind. It is going to be a grind for Titan to get back into this game, basically. They have to do everything possible by the book. Question is whether Kenny is going to be able to really step up at all. I mean, Kenny has landed some shots. Obviously, he got that ace, but we need more rounds like that from these players. We need more rounds like that from Apex. We need, where is Apex, right? On Mirage, Apex was just fragging left and right, just poking forward, getting entries on T side for Titan, but then locking down CT side. We haven't seen him at all here on Cash, it feels like.
You can't have the only round you win be the guy where one person aces the whole team.
Yeah.
That's not, I mean, it doesn't take, you know, we don't even need Thorin to analyze that much. You can't build a team like that unless you have, like, really interesting players on your team.
Right.
So that's not going to work, basically. And
we'll have 5 All-Stars.
The only thing that I mean, apart from, I like the counter boosting from Titan. I think it's a really smart idea. And I like the part where Existence pushes up onto, like, the B hallways. Just tries to push up into playground and see if he can move forward. He got the kill doing that. I think those are smart ideas from Titan, but 3D Max just seem really well prepared, and they aren't taking big risks. They're playing very, very slowly, which means Titan might need to try and play even more slowly and just trust that they can actually make that work.
Really have to wait it out.
Yeah, just let them do it, because it's quite obvious that when they try and go for push middle, when they counter boost, pushing B like that, they end up losing the battle eventually. 3D Max just come out on top on the trading.
Well, this is a big difference. Is also that the fact that 3D Max are able to get the frags that they're looking for, it's allowing them to play the map the way they want to. And that's a point that Fiflaurin brought up during the initial analysis going into this map is, you know, it's going to be essential for 3D Max, for them to be able to get a win, they need to be able to play their game. And right now, because of the strong start that they got with the pistol and then going on from there, it seems to me like they just have all the confidence in the world to be able to just basically do whatever they want. They aren't playing scared right now.
I don't think I've ever seen 5 Finnish people so happy on a Counter-Strike stage before.
Right.
Even when they're winning, they always look like they are, you know, they're being tortured, like there's something horribly wrong, but they really look excited right now.
Oh, apparently a couple of admins are over here now trying to sort out the issue, guys, so we should have it sorted fairly soon.
Yeah, that can happen, so it's good that we have a chance to pause at least and make that work.
The one thing here is that Titan basically need to keep cool. You know, no matter if anything happened, you know, they just need to be able to set that behind them and start focusing on this game, because even letting off a little bit of focus in this sort of scenario where every round matters, every frag matters, they can't allow themselves to drop off at all. So the focus has to be there right now. They still look like it. I mean, they still look like they're in there, but Apex is definitely looking frustrated. More frustrated than he usually does.
Yeah. One thing I actually would like to see from Titan is a scenario where they have Kenny towards the middle of the map, just holding pretty defensively, like as far back as he can be. Then they have a guy playing checkers and a guy playing vent. Because that means the guy in vent and Kenny can actually work together really well. If Kenny is doing the spotting and the guy in vent, all he has to do is wait for Kenny to say, now, they have the focus on me now. As soon as I start shooting, they're going to be looking at me at the, like, towards middle. And I just, you know, I've been counter boosted up from the CT side, so not through the middle. That vent is still unbroken. And then I pop the vent and I go and kill a couple of people. Like, I want to, that is like a very, very basic way of holding middle on cash. It's something every team can do.
But one thing that 3D Max have been doing in a lot of these takes is they've been flashing, and they've been throwing a flash that doesn't even flash short, it flashes vent. So they've been very thorough with how they take, once they go for that double man push over the boost spot, right, towards mid, it seems like every round that we've seen it, they've gone for that flash. And I'm like, why are they throwing that flash? And then you just see them pre-aiming vent when that flash goes off. So it's like, it seems like 3D Max, and this is a real pleasure because we've seen it on other maps as well, like Dust 2, Inferno, they've always had these clever strats that they come out and that they've clearly fine-tuned and worked on. Yeah. And it seems like Cash is one of those maps where they really have been able to focus and figure out their game plan, and now they're able to execute here in front of everybody, in front of the home crowd who are still here at this early morning hour. They are still here. And there's the mincemeat too. Dude, I wouldn't even put it past it to be for Joel's, right?
Oh, I mean, I don't think it's not just an accident that they brought minced meat on stage.
I'm going to ask not to.
We'll get a good explanation.
One good thing, though, is that they actually had a boot camp house. Apparently, the Esports Federation of Finland rents a house and allows that to be rented out to pro teams to practice for LANs. Yeah. And so they were able to get a boot camp in the entire team, the entire lineup.
See, I would have been hopeful and I would have been happy to say that that's like, you know, that made me confident going into this tournament. But after they boot camped, they lost a bunch of online games that they shouldn't have lost. And I thought, all right, well, this boot camp maybe wasn't, like, the result wasn't what we expected. I mean, maybe it was they boot camped too much or they didn't get the right thing out of it. Maybe the chemistry was off, who knows? But now it sort of feels like maybe it's the opposite. Maybe they didn't boot camp to win online Star Series matches. They boot camped to win, or at least come as far as they could in ASUS ROG. And if that's the case, it's paid off really well.
Oh, they're not out of the woods quite yet, but they certainly are looking like they're fit to get. You know, they've got that axe over their shoulder. They've also got, you know, what, the chainsaw. There we go, chainsaw. That's the word I was looking for. They got the chainsaw too. They got everything they need. A tractor. Pasha's gonna come running as well with one of those gigantic, like, double-bladed axes. And he's gonna kill the joke too. More dead than I just made it.
I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm just gonna like, no. If I could mute my own microphone, I'd just do it. Just like, that's it. No, but I don't know. That's the best idea I can come up with. You're right. They have flashed vents, but I think if you don't even look middle. Don't do anything in vents until someone calls on you to do it. But obviously, we're back to pistols and a FAMAS here because Titan, they won a round that Kenny aced, and then they started losing again, so they are royally screwed at this point.
It's actually looking like this is going to be a B take, and they really haven't gone for B. Double nade, there you go. It doesn't get any cleaner than this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, 3D Max,
yeah.
They couldn't have asked for a better double nade.
And they threw 2 to the back of site where Disturb is holding as well, so in case there was another person there, that guy was going to be dead as well. Just very thorough work coming out here.
These are your ABCs right now that we're seeing. They're just really taking their time with their approach. When 3D Max are given the space, clearly when they're comfortable and they're given the space to play, they know exactly what they want to do. It's looking like Titan right now. I mean, Apex shouldn't be anywhere near this, and in fact, he is not, so he will be holding on to that FAMAS. At this point, it's all about exit frags for Titan, just trying to get something going for themselves. Make 3D Max spend some money. And they got to be dropping dollar bills everywhere right now, but Titan, they aren't quite managing it.
Thunder trying to make his escape. Will control the AK here, and they're going to pick off Maniac as well. So unless one of them dies to the bomb, which doesn't seem like they will, it's going to be a perfect round from 3D Max. Disturb does actually heal over at the end.
Yeah, that headshot there. I think he got double headshot or something behind that box holding that sight. Man, okay. So
I'm pretty sure Joel's just subscribed in the chat as well. That's so funny. All right, then. Well, we've got everyone on board here for the 10th round. It's Ala with the AWP. It's a double upset of its existence, and Kenny now trying to see if they can put an end to this Finnish madness because it has gone way out of control. 3D Max have got far too many rounds, and Titan need to make this 8-7. Then they need to win the pistol, and here's the counter boost that I was just talking about. So yes, this is just what I wanted, except they don't have anyone in middle to call out when Apex should push. So he's got no clue. He's gonna have to rely on pure instinct here. And oh, he catches Karon reloading, and that's the kill that they needed, the opening. So great job on Apex here. Not exactly what I was talking about, but it's pretty close. I'm content anyway.
Apex should go and take a lottery number right now because with the luck that he just had, doesn't get any better than that. Wow. And now 3D Max down a man. Entry frag for Titan. Double entry now that Kenny's delivered, taking out Alu. So that op is down. Stonda could go pick it up if he wanted to. That's an option, but the bomb is on the other side of the map, and 3D Max are looking like they may want to go knocking towards that B site. And Stonda is going to come back and pick that up. Not a bad call from him. He might as well have it to try and create some opportunities here on this B side if he can. Catch somebody trying to peek on Sky. Or perhaps at the back of the site. There's a peekaboo moment. And Existence with the op is going to catch Disturbed out. Titan looking very good right now. Although, as I say that, Existence gets... How does he drop that at 3 HP? Did he just almost burn to death?
Yeah, it could have been something like that. It's a nice boost in the backside here to look into checkers or whatever, but regardless, you can see 3D Max are running back to T-Spawn, not really interested in fighting any longer. So they're going to be able to save the open, the AK, and some grenades too. I mean, they have 11,000 and a little bit more in total equipment values. That's not too bad. And the rest of them can also buy, so they're going to be all right for the upcoming round. But Titan finally making it work, and I'm glad it was the reverse vents boots going on there that actually made a difference. Still a bit scared that they didn't leave anyone else middle, but Titan had a plan, and they made it work finally. That's the second round on the board for them. Yeah,
I mean, this is it. Now it's the battle to get the remaining 5. They have to get up to 7 here, Titan, to have a strong shot in the second half. And Kenny's starting to get tricky, looking into Squeak. He's trying to find an angle here. He may very well catch Stonda off guard. Wondering if they heard that Squeak door, though, because Caron wasn't too far off. But no, Stonda's just running in. There's the pre-flash, but Kenny was just there in time to spot him before that flash went off. Picks off Stonda, and now this is looking pretty good here. Titan again with the entry.
Kenny's not going to let go. He's just going to keep going here. And now he just caught someone with a flash out. Now he's going to get caught in return. Maniac with the return kill quick though on Caron. So it's still a 4v3 here. Advantage for Titan.
And so long as Titan can maintain this man advantage, they aren't looking too bad. It's once 3D Max even it up. That's when it starts to get very dangerous existence. The timing on that nade. Glorious. Drops Disturb down to 50 HP. That is big. And now Alu, does he catch out Maniac? Does Maniac peek? Maniac, you're inching closer. But he keeps his cool, and he sees that Molotov. There's the bank. It's about to get very warm in there, but he misses the shot. Alu does not hit it, and Maniac takes him out. And there's RPK rotating in from CT. Takes out Natu, and just like that, Disturbed is the last man alive for 3D Max.
Of all the crazy shot we've seen Alu hit today, that one should have been 100%, but this isn't. Disturbed goes down, and Titan are going to win the round, only losing 2 people. It still shows you how much work 3D Max, like how coordinated they are, because the whole idea of throwing a Molotov in there and just waiting, it's very smart. They've done so much homework, not just on Mirage, but you can tell here on Cash it's showing as well. That boot camp really must have been intense.
And now where exactly do they decide to change up the pace, 3D Max, or do they continue to play this slow game? I mean, they're going again for the double boost in mid. See, they once again clear vents, and this time I'm wondering, are they just going to sit here and wait to see if anybody comes through for Titan? There isn't the forward boost quite yet, and it looks like Titan were thinking about it there for a second, but they're going to make up their minds to back off instead. So instead it's going to be a hold more towards B halls than anything here. Titan going very cookie cutter. Nothing crazy here. They aren't pushing anywhere on the map right now.
Oh, you can see how much Apex wanted to turn that corner. You get so much out of not finding anyone outside B. If you don't spot anyone there, you know exactly what's going on the rest of the map. So it's really, really valuable. Alu in the middle, even without the AWP, takes down Existence. But RVK was there with the return. He's going to go down just with the smoke blooms. Apex gets one, but they just keep trading. And it's going to be 3D Max coming out on top and Disturbed. That's one of those situations where he could have kept fighting and they could have ended up being in a 2-on-2, but he does the smart thing. He just smokes and runs. Absolutely brilliant. That's what we want to see a lot more of, and it's not easy in that situation. You feel like just one more deagle shot, maybe I'll get the kill and I'll be a hero, but no. Disturbed playing intelligent Counter-Strike, and that's good. Now it's Kenny and Maniac left here, trying to see if they can get in and retake the bomb site, being a man down, and it's not easy on B at all. Maniac here, ducking for the flash, but he's still going to go down. And now it's a 2v1. Kenny trying to make it in. He's going to make it a 1v1. The bomb is planted in the middle. He's trying to try and fake it out once. He spots out Stonda and goes for the shot. The time is almost up here. Stonda's going to repeat. Kenny gets the kill, but there's no time. This is not matchmaking. And it's going to be a triple kill. Kenny survives the bomb, but Titans still lose the round.
So close there for Kenny as well. I thought he was going to go up with that bomb. But you're right. For him to make it from a 1v3 to a 1v1, yeah, that was phenomenal.
I have a new theory, Semler. Maybe that minced meat pack isn't like an elaborate Joel's troll. Maybe they're trying to say these is like the remnants of former opponents. We just put them through the grinder.
That's a pretty meta one there, yeah.
Yeah, we just put them through the grinder, and this is what happened. You're going to be right next to them afterwards, because this is turning into something brutal.
See, I would have loved that if they had played against Mouse Sports first and then put like a little Mouse Sports logo on the pack. It's like Titan.
Okay, can we get the Reddit or HLTV army to Photoshop exactly that? It's gonna be a great spray down for Maniac. A third one as he's fading away around the corner. It's almost like he just tossed that last bullet right in the face of Stonda, and that's gonna be the kill. Now Disturbed all alone here, 1v4. But yes, a 3D Max win this. I'd love to see a Titan minced meat pack. That could be interesting. Disturbed, not much he could do here, but it's about time Titan start getting into this game a little bit.
Oh yeah, and rounds like that are going to be key. There isn't a whole lot to go on there apart from the fact that just Maniac, he got the opportunity, great flash in to create that opportunity, but then once it was offered to him, he didn't bungle it. He just laid the shots down, got everything he needed to, and then got out of there as well. So very nicely done there by Maniac. It's coming so late in the half. Kenny will spot out Disturbed at A main, drop the bomb carrier, and collect the 4th round. Now we go into the 14th round, however, there's only 2 rounds left in this half, and Titan desperately need both of them. But this was very nice. That's about as good as it gets. Maniac as well, an afterthought, that last headshot on Stonda. Just, oh, okay, before I get out of here, let me just go ahead and get that done right. Okay, now I'm going to be on my way.
Just look at how much of this rides on Kenny. I mean, he's got 14 kills. Nobody else on Titan is even in double digits right now.
Yeah.
It is just way too much. And now 3D Max are going to go for a very lethal B push here. This is such a nice rush, but they're getting shut down, utterly destroyed in this bomb site. RPK picking up a quick triple, and Existence with a double. Now, that kind of nullifies what I said, but actually, exactly this kind of B push can catch you off guard so badly. Titan held great positions for it, but very often when you're on the CT side, you're going to be a lot further up. And the problem is, by the time you want to run back to the next corner and try and cover, the Ts can actually get there faster than you can run back. So unless you're really prepared for it and you have good positions, you can end up going down so fast to that rush. It's very, very annoying.
This time around, I mean, the Titan are now changing it up. They've got the double op again, and Existence is taking the spot that I was expecting to see Kenny play, and it's a spot that Shoxy plays a lot from. But this time around, it's going to be Existence holding it, Apex watching his back, and they could even go for the boost. And there you go, multi-purpose plays here coming out from Titan, and I like it a lot. That's going to change things up. They had success with that mid push through vents. Apex looking to create that success again. In the meantime, standard as could be. Kenny holding the A site with his AWP, but the smokes are going to go down to cut up this site, and 3D Max go charging through. Kenny wisely backing off, trying to get some range between him and the aggressors, and there you go. That's what happens. Maniac and Kenny. Kenny lighting him up, gets another one, and this is turning into a Titan advantage. It is looking like a 2-on-4 retake scenario here, and Caron is now the last man alive. He gets the bomb plant, but it's a little bit late, and Apex rolls in to finish the job. So 6 rounds for Titan total, 9 rounds for 3D Max. But 3D Max still coming out ahead.
So when we get a chance to, I'm pretty sure the end result is that Kenny has 17 kills, and number 2 and 3 on the scoreboard on Titan have as many kills as him combined, 9 and 8. So that means Kenny is just pulling way more than he should right here, and that's a big issue. He's playing out of his mind. This is definitely not his fault, but it's hard to deal with. 6-9, Titan can win this. They definitely can win this, but it's going to require some extraordinary effort from more than just Kenny.
Some god play, basically. I mean,
yeah.
And we need it from Apex as well. I mean, Existence, RPK, Maniac, these are the kind of, like, it's not even to say just the rest of them are support players, but really, you know, you look to those two to deliver the big frags, and then the rest of them are there to kind of prop them up, support, and have their own moments. But a lot of the time, it is Apex and Kenny getting the job done. So the fact that that isn't happening, I mean, Apex looks distressed about something right now. So, I mean, he can't be pleased with the first half and how things went. But right now, we are paused, we are waiting. It is the end of the first half.
So now, how would you feel if you already had like 1 foot in the meat grinder, and the package of minced meat is already, like, you're already being turned into minced meat? You're kind of already halfway there.
Have you seen Fargo, Anders?
I haven't. Should I?
The wood chipper. I won't say anymore. I won't say anymore. Okay, so yeah, but yeah, no, that's a horrible thing, Anders. Horrible thing. I'm not going to say it on the stream.
I already get like a mental picture that I shouldn't. So let's leave it at that. Oh man, a lot of tension going into this one. Titan probably could use this slight break between the two halves just to reset themselves mentally and make sure that they get their heads back in the game. A few high fives going around, just keeping the team spirit here. And now too, on camera.
I'm kind of surprised. It's pretty calm right now from the crowd. You know, the first match, the first time around, every time it was just, crowd was going hype, going nuts. And right now it's pretty, I almost feel like the crowd is thinking, that's all good, man. 3D Max have got this. You know, they're already patting each other on the back.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think they're instead of being like anxiously awaiting, is it going to happen? Now they're just enjoying it. They're just saying, well, good. Good
this
job.
is going according to plan here. Oh, yeah. I mean, it certainly isn't going according to plan for Titan, for Existence. As you saw there on the cam, they are looking very focused indeed, and they're going to need it every ounce. And the aggressive push comes out from Disturbed. Kenny, however, in Existence, making the difference, and the stack just completely falls apart for 3D Max.
Where's Alu? Where's the grenade? They've done a lot of damage. One grenade here from Alu would be huge, but now it's obviously too late. He could actually get a quad kill with the grenade, but it's going to fly in, won't kill anyone, does 2 damage to RPK and 1 to Apex. That's not good enough. So this is going to be a near flawless round for Titan, and God, do they need it. RPK with the finishing touch there. Is now or never for the Frenchman. It has to be now.
And it's just incredible that they were able to battle it out like that. Very forward push, very aggressive push there from 3D Max, just to clear the B halls early on, get it done. and just clear it up so that they could then act elsewhere on the map. But they ran right into Titan. Even the first man in line had a nade in his hand, and they just couldn't get a kill going their way, 3D Max. They couldn't get the momentum. And now Titan, look at this. They aren't wasting any time at all. This is pure brute force from them. Sneaking their way up to the A side at this point. Only 2 guys here to hold. The rest of 3D Max on the other side of the map. So this is looking great for Titan. If they can walk out here with the Tech 9s leading the way, they could just completely overwhelm the defense.
Yeah. And Titan doing something very smart here. They used like half the arsenal of grenades just clearing the bomb site. And that is so well worth it. It may seem like you're throwing away a lot of grenades for nothing because the opponents don't have rifles and you got the kill so easily anyway. But the opposite is unthinkable right now if you're Titan, that you try and save like a couple of $100s on grenades and then you lose because they actually do have a stack going on there and you end up, that can't happen. So definitely respect Titan for just throwing it all in there, because some teams do actually end up saving mindlessly a couple of $100s and then lose the round. And then you've lost a lot more.
Oh, well, there we go. A bit of a gift. Nope. RPK. He's there to deny it. So far, so good here at the beginning of this second half. Titan, 2 very clean rounds for them. Very fast and aggressive rounds as well. So this is definitely looking very solid here for Titan. It's going to be another round of eco for 3D Max. No surprise there. And already you can tell with the money, Alu's been investing, Stonda hasn't. So this makes you think that Stonda's going to be the one hopping again, like on Nuke.
Wouldn't be surprised. He's done a fine job, and Alu's done a fine job with any old weapon, so why not do it? Existence sort of pivoting around and shooting for the smoke, but it's going to be Apex who mainly picks up the kills here. No issue at all. Titan coming back and getting some great rounds in here. Pulling it back to 9-9. Brave effort put in. That may make it seem like it should be equal, but this is a CC-sided map, like almost all maps are. So a lot is going to be decided in the upcoming round. Stonda, as you said, picking up the AWP, and now it's time for 3D Max to step up.
He goes for nades instead of smokes. I think because the rest of his teammates just didn't have a lot of money. I mean, Karan can't even afford a smoke nade right now. He goes for helmet instead. I mean, there are a few Galils over on Titan's side, so actually investing in the helmet isn't that bad an idea. But the rest of 3D Max, I mean, they can just barely eke out a buy in this scenario. They really haven't had a lot of kills at the beginning of this half. And that's, I mean, in general, it's $300 per kill, so it makes the difference. If you can pick up a couple here and there, that's a set of nades that you could have going into your first buy round. That could be a helmet and a smoke. But right now, 3D Max are really starved, so you can see already with how they're playing it very calmly. No aggression this time.
Titan setting up. It's going to be the grenade in first, and Kenny boosted up into the middle. This is not where Stonda is. Natu taking some damage, and he's actually going to go down first to the Belgian endgame leader here on Titan's assistance. Going to take him down. Good return kill from Corondo. And again, 3D Max at least trading. Oh, wow. Kenny, he gets him running around the corner. How is he so fast? He had to have heard him running up and actually imagined that he was going to make that jump around for this to work.
That was all pre-aim right there. Pre-aim, pull the trigger. But Kenny, it's almost like he gets in these scenarios where it's just, it demands that kind of speed, and the fact that it does just allows him to go that extra little mile, that little, to ratchet it up just a little bit further. And now here's the opportunity for Stonda. He's going to be able to pick off Maniac. He goes for a second one, manages it, and he still gets into the back corner. This is a great scenario, although Kenny is there, but Disturbed there to save the day. And 3D Max, they win their crucial round. They do manage to annihilate the Titan push, in large part due to that double team, that 1-2 combination. Stonda at the back of the site, and Disturbed from heaven. So quick, Kenny. This Molotov forces Stonda out, and he still gets 2 kills, but the thing is that when Existence tries to run back around, the Molotov that they just threw is actually blocking him from getting into the bomb site. So it kind of works against them as well, and that's super unfortunate. Now they're going to try and see if they can get out here. They're Molotoving up the vent, so 3D Max being denied the chance to do what Titan did earlier. Apex goes down, and the Finnish team, well, again, they're in a good position here. They're going to get grenaded down, though. That's a nice one onto Natu, and Existence also taking out Disturbed. And Titans still seem to want to make up their mind as to where they want to go here. Kenny is still lurking to make sure that nobody's going to be pushing out through A. This is Titan just being very thorough right now. Existence has got control of mid as well. But they are making the right call in the end. Slow walking it over here. Alu, the only man on this A site holding from CT, but he doesn't have his AWP. I'm sure he's wishing for it right now. He's only got the M4 to work with. And Titan have got so much time to set up this play as well. 45 seconds is excellent for them. They can take their time, hold these angles, see if anybody's going to be peeking. This is all information gained for them.
Yeah, the thing is, I think it's Alu at the truck and not Stundy. Yes, so this is not the AWP playing here, and that's a little bit unfortunate for them, especially when he's going to end up running into an AWP shot like that. Karon did get a kill beforehand, and Stunder's trying to cover the cross. He takes out Kenny, in spite of the pop flash that came out as well. Stunder misses the next one. RPK will be dropping Karon. So now this is a tough 1-on-2 retake for the Finnish AWPer.
He's really pacing himself, but he doesn't know where the second man is. He knows there's one guy on the site right now, but he has no idea where Maniac is at this point. And as he's trying to check the angles, as he's trying to check, look towards A main, look towards forklift, RPK peeks out and takes his head off. So very nicely done there by Titan. And actually, this is a very big problem here for 3D Max, seeing as how they win a round and then they get completely reset. All of that momentum that they thought that they were going to start picking up is just gone. And it's right back into an eco scenario for them. So this is not looking so hot.
I think you got a glimpse of how focused RPK was then. Like, someone patted him on the back, and he looked like he hardly registered it. He's all in the game right now, without a doubt. And they have to all be at this point. 10-10 is the scoreline. This could get down to the wire. This could be overtime if it keeps going like this. If they just keep trading rounds, it can happen.
Well, this is going to be nearly risk-taking territory. The question is whether 3D Max decide to take the risk, or if they're going to just go ahead and tough it out and let Titan have an extra round.
Well, this round, I mean, as I wouldn't say it's a big risk, but they do have 4 people in the middle initially, and they're going to go for the counter boost that Titan also trying to use and actually got shut down doing. Alu is really pacing himself. He's aware there could be someone right on the other side of the box that he can't see yet. But we can obviously tell there isn't. So now that Alu doesn't spot anyone, if he gets in behind them just as they push through, they might not even hear him. He's jumping down already. They have no idea, and he's not shooting yet. Now he comes running. Kenny makes a 180, but he can't get the shot off quick enough. And he's going to miss the shot, Alu. That's really unfortunate. It could have been a big moment now. Karon going down as well. Stunder going to get shot in the back, and left alone is disturbed. And too many AKs to deal with. Nice attempt from 3D Max. They get 2 kills, but they could have almost won the round because of it.
They came very close there. Alu, if he could have hit a second shot with that AWP, all of a sudden he becomes a thorn in Titan's side. He's just sitting there in A main, holding off half of the site, whereas the rest of his teammates are starting to close in from short from CT. It could have been very difficult there for Titan. Luckily for them, they were able to overwhelm him and not allow him to start putting the pressure like that. And it is going to be another round of eco here for 3D Max, so they will not take any big risks. They won't try and go for some wonky FAMAS buy, Kevlar, etc. They're just going to go ahead, sit on pistols, and go for another spray down. Maniac. Triple spray before they can finally take him out. They do get his AK as a party favor, but that was sick there from Maniac.
Yeah, and that's not easy with an AK at all either. I mean, they did mistime their push a little bit, so that they kind of came out like one at a time through the smoke, but you still have to control your spray pretty well to not just, I mean, if you missed even one, like a couple of bullets there, they're going to get the kill on you without a doubt. So trading 3 for 1 is not at all bad in that situation. Karon could walk into the whole Titan team nearly, and can't really do the same. Natu, well, he's going to try and take the fight initially, but Existence landing the shot there, and it's good to see because he's been having a dodgy game as well, so he needs to step it up here. Titan are going to take a 2-round lead.
That was very nicely done there by Maniac.
Yeah.
Overshot with the last bullet that you saw go into the wall, but that was very clean work indeed. Even him getting taken out, however, only giving up the 1, that's perfectly fine as far as Titan are concerned. At this point, they're all about getting the rounds on the board. 3D Max, however, here it is, the big opportunity to really change the pace of this game.
Well, you see the grenade throwing over like we were talking about earlier, and actually Alu's going to get tagged down. I think there was a shot through the smoke from Existence here. Disturbed, though, to drop Maniac early on. A very important kill.
And that's going to be a problem here for Titan. Now they have to work a man behind Alu, fairly low, but again, he's got support mid as well. So even if they were to try and push through here, Existence could try, but Existence as well is trying to take his time, make sure that they can't get pushed in through garage. This is all mind games right now from everybody on this map, actually. Titan just trying to draw attention over towards that A side. It's going to be the flash out. Alu, great position from him. Turns away from the flash and gets the job done. Takes out Existence. Instead, it is going to be action A here in just a moment. Karon, however, in a decent spot. They haven't quite managed to land the flashes to blind him, and he's going to be in a perfect position to stop this push through Squeak. Lines it up. Instant kill. Takes out RPK.
Yeah, and he even got the spot over, so he knew they were coming in for main as well, just from jumping up on that ledge there. Alu, Superman style, gonna jump down and pick up the triple kill for his team. And it will be 3D Max winning it back and closing the gap by a single round here. It's so close, it's so tense. No bomb plan for Titan either.
And Titan, that one just did not work out. Alu, they just had no idea. Existence, again, it's that guess. It's look left, look right, which way you're going to check first. And he happened to be looking left, and Alu was not going to miss that opportunity. It kind of just spun out of control from there. So the fact that they are able to hold on, 3D Max are going to be feeling great about this. Titan have now got to be starting. They've got to be starting to get a little low in the money as well. So the pressure is going to start mounting again. Yeah, it's actually just messed up, basically. RPK's got money, but then the rest of them can kind of eke by if they were to go for a force. It's just not looking good right now for the rest of Titan as far as the money is concerned. Whereas 3D Max now, if they can lock down this round, they can actually start to get some breathing room.
Titan are going to go for a smoke round towards A, and this is something that's they've become really well known for doing this on the A bomb side. Normally they have a lot more Molotovs to put firebomb on the other side of the smokes, but this time they only have the one on Apex, and that could be enough. I mean, he's going to throw it anyway, just to try and make one less angle that they have to check to see if there's a player there. A lot of flashbangs as well, and just about 45 seconds here. Disturb will pick up the first kill. RPK with a good return, and it's going to be Existence as well, and they're trading in their own favor right now. It's going to be a 2v2 at the end. Bomb still not quite planted. They need to get that bomb down quick and put the pressure on 3D Max, but it's gone the opposite way. It's Disturbed, untouched, has picked up 3 kills from the truck, leaving the leader alone here.
And Existence is now in a very tricky position, and it's not going to last. Natu puts him out of his misery there very quickly from short. Plenty of time to go hunting for guns as well. Natu, he's going to be able to find that AWP, pick that up, make sure he can save that for Stonda or Alu, whichever. But that is exactly how things were supposed to go for 3D Max. That really looked very clean, though. That was a very well thought out take there from Titan and Existence. All of the smokes had a purpose. The nades, the flashes, they weren't afraid of using it just to set it up. But the other thing is that when you go through all of that, you were also telling 3D Max, we're coming. There's way too many nades for this to be a fake. We're coming to this site, and 3D Max were able to react in time, in large part due to Disturbed basically stepping up his individual game.
Oh, that Molotov was supposed to sort of make sure no one was boosting up initially, but they kind of failed. It blew up just across, or just above, so that's a little bit of a shame. I'm wondering, I would actually like to see a slightly faster round from Titan at some point. And the one that I have in mind is actually one where you smoke half the middle off, then you run into vents with 2 or 3 people, and the rest of the team, they go towards B side, and then you kind of crunch in on towards the checkered room and just push in B really fast. I'd love to see them try and do something like that, but Titan, they're looking for pickoffs right here. That's the clear indication.
Some clever positioning from Kenny as well, making use of the lockers to change up the angle, but he isn't going to really find anybody peeking here. It's Corona who's just holding in the usual NBK spot back in that corner. And here come the nades. Titan are going to be setting up for this. They're going to have Existence come and pick up that bomb eventually. He's going to set up for a smoke of his own right now. And Titan are going to be coming into this site very quickly here. The question is whether Corona is going to be able to land a shot. He gets the drop on Apex. Apex caught completely unawares. That's not going to help things. RPK does manage to roll in and pick him up, but Alu is rotating in very quickly, catches RPK out in the open, looking for the next one, and he gets it. Kenny is gone. And just like that, Maniac is going to be able to roll in, but the damage is done.
Great time to have a Molotov, but now to what great decision making. That's the experience, except for the part where he burns alive afterwards, but the fact that he ran through to begin with, very, very clever play. You can tell the remaining Titan member there did not expect it. Grenade out, not very going to kill anyone. An Existence here. It was a 1-on-2 last time and he didn't win it. He's going to have one more chance. He goes for the spray, hits the headshot. Now 1 bullet is going to kill Alu, and the same is true for Alu. This is as close as it gets. This could be the map decided in this 1 round. It's so huge. We're so near the end, and Existence is trying to play for the time. Alu has got 1 flashbang, but even trying to throw it could be a big risk if you get caught. And there it is, Existence to pick it up. This time he clutches it. Great play. Now,
Existence as well. You can just see how the mind works there. Every step taken along the way, just the thought process. He spots Alu out on short, but he doesn't take any risky peeks. He doesn't try to force the issue. He just hides behind the box, plays from the position, and catches him out looking the wrong way. Just really nicely done there by Existence in the end. As far as Titan is concerned here, this is looking very good. They were able to buy. I mean, that was such a crucial round for both teams. Titan low on money, 3D Max as well. And now, because 3D Max lost that clutch situation, they are the ones ecoing. But Corone does find Kenny, so potentially they could pick up an AWP to play with. They aren't going to push for it, though. Of course, Titan rotate a couple guys in. RPK is there to mind that gun.
Oh my!
And Apex is going to save it.
This game is getting far too close for comfort for both teams. But I have to imagine the pressure is going to start to build on 3D Max at this point because of what a great first half they had and how close it's become at the end here. I think they were hoping to be able to finish this game by now, and Titan have shown really a lot of resilience in the second half here.
And once again, Titan making a very solid call. Corona is watching, but he's over on short. Not necessarily the best position to be in to try and hold off a push towards A. Granted, he has a P2K, so I mean, it would really take some godlike shooting for him to be able to stop any kind of push coming in. He just gets the timing right to get behind quad boxes, so. And just in time, no, he is not going to get flambéed.
No, they're just going to take that, check that MBK corner. Titan waiting for the flashes here. Caron will go down. It's looking like a great take, and that's going to put them at 14 rounds. Well, it's a 1v3 now for Alu, and he's coming from an unlikely angle, but for him to get all 3 kills is unlikely at any rate, and Apex will finish it off.
So here we are, the line basically, you can see Natu just buckling. Now he's actually calling for noise to be made. He wants the crowd to get behind him. The home team here, the ASUS ROG winner 2015.
Oh, and they're coming alive now. They heard that. All right. Again, it is getting quite late here in Helsinki, but 3DMX, they probably need all the support they can get right now. If they lost this round, they would have very little to work with, and Titan could end up just eking out a victory.
That would be the case. I mean, 3DMX, they're going to be right back down to a force buy. So here it is. Stonda has his AWP. Decent gear on 3DMX's side. They are a bit light on nades, though. Natu the only one with a full set as we approach the minute mark. Stonda's just waiting patiently, but Kenny has found Natu, so that's a lot of gear that I just mentioned gone out the window now, not going to be able to put to use here by 3DMX. And Titan currently setting up for B. Disturbed is the man holding point, and he gets caught immediately. Maniac is there. The missed shot by Stonda, and Apex is able to take him out. And just like that, 3DMX are going to be fading in this round. They've lost another man. Caron picked off in CT. And now it's just Alu lurking through garage, but it's a 1v5 situation, and Kenny is waiting for the backstab. Not this time, and Titan are now 1 round away from securing 2nd seed in Group B.
That iteration of Titan that we saw in this 1 round is the one that I was expecting pretty much throughout the whole group stage here, and it's been there sometimes, but it's been mostly missing. I mean, now when it really matters, you gotta give them credit for at least finding it. Kenny's at 29 kills. He has really tried, but then you look at the second fragger, that's RPK with 20, so he's not doing badly. Apex blind spray for the smoke to take down Stonda. That's gonna hurt, and now Caron, Alu are gonna fall. They just do not have the equipment in this last round here. Disturbed and Natu, there's not much they can do. It looks like Titan are just barely going to prevail. But what a fight put up on 3DMX regardless. It's been incredible.
This has been one hell of a battle. They aren't quite out of it yet. How likely it is? Not very. Kenny will find Disturbed, who was lurking in CT. And now it's just down to Natu, the man with the minced meat. Looking to turn Titan into mincemeat with that Nova, but it's going to be rough. He looks for the first shot. He's going to get that on the second. Apex is gone. But they know exactly where he is. He's boxed in. 1v4 mad spray from RPK to end it, and Natu is out. 3DMX are done, and Titan just barely, after that first half, they managed to battle it back in the second and survive to see the second day of the tournament.
Oh, that's, yeah, that is a lot of effort put into that second half. When you get 9 rounds on the terror side of Cash, you're expecting big things. We are all playing Titan, and then we saw, I think, a much better version of RPK in this game as well, and that's exciting all on its own. 3DMX, they put up one hell of a fight, though.
They did. Have to say as well that Apex came alive in the second half as well. You know, started to get started to create more space for his team along with the help of Kenny, but really, Mirage was the Alu show, Cash was the Kenny show.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how it goes down when you're relying on this individual talent to do the work for your team like this. Kenny, Apex on Mirage, and this time around.
But it seems to be the thing that Titan have all, like, for a very long time, have tried to get away from having like one star player. There was a while where it was Shox, who was like, if Shox doesn't go nuts when he was still in very games and all that stuff. And now it's now it's Kenny instead, and they need more. Maybe RPK is going to be it. Apex sometimes is it, but they do need more than just Kenny, because if they play a different team than 3DMX, that's not going to fly. That's definitely not going to fly. They need a little bit more. But I think they are ready in the studio, so Richard and the rest, take it away.
Hello, Night Owl.